Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be moving my camper and I'm going to go through some steps on what you should do and how to move your camper in the safest way possible. So the first thing you'll see is behind me, one of my doors is open. Actually, two of my doors are open. So the first thing you want to do is go around and lock all of your doors and make sure they're locked. Otherwise they could fly open. I've seen it happen before. Next thing you're going to notice is my yellow chalk under my tires. Leave those chalks in. That's going to be the last thing you remove. Okay guys, the next step we're going to do is raise our jacks up. I'm going to use a drill. It makes it 1,000 times quicker. It gets old using the hand crank. So I'm going to remove all 4 of these. You'll see my chalks are still connected and it's not connected to my vehicle yet. I need to remove the jacks, otherwise I can't lower the camper obviously. So let me remove all 4 of these. Don't forget to remove your boards. Did you cut it? Yes, they're dirty. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower the trailer onto the ball. And obviously it's pretty easy. I don't have a power one, so I have to kind of look like an idiot just cranking away here. But yeah, you want to line your truck up. What I found is if your trailer hitch is slightly in front, if your ball is slightly in front of the trailer hitch, it works better for this to clamp in. You'll see it drop down in a minute here. Lower it all the way. And this is what I like to do. Flip it on, and I use my lock. Lock that on for security. And what I like to do, crank it back up to ensure that it's properly engaged. Also, when I'm cranking it up, I'll be able to put in my weight distribution. So you can see it's locked in really tight. So let me get my weight distribution. Part of your weight distribution, there's one on each side. Super beefy. And it's got your chain for adjustment. So every one of them is different, but this easy lift goes into here. Usually you hear a snap. And then my setup is adjusted for 3 chain links. Usually you don't want to go past 3. And then I have my lever arm. Crank that up. And you can see it's loose. Once I lower this down, it's going to get as rigid as can be, and that's what you want because you want that parallel weight distribution going across the frame of your truck and the frame of your camper. Last thing is, don't forget to put your cotter pin in. You don't want it coming out. Okay, I got my sway control arm, and these are great for stopping trailers from swaying in windy weather or trucks going by. One tip, never grease this. You want that friction. You want that friction. So to create the friction, you tighten this once it's on. So your setup will have your pins there, and then you basically tighten it to a very snug fit. Last thing you need to do is hook up your chains and your 7-pin. Here's your 7-pin. And then probably the most important thing is your emergency brake cable. So if you ever get disconnected, it'll stop your trailer. Things about your chains, you want to crisscross them. So this one's going to come over here. Sorry, I'm trying to film this. Crisscross your chains. You know why you crisscross your chains? It's because if this ever comes off, it's going to fall right on these chains and it's going to get nested there, sit there very nicely, and you're not going to get that disconnection. It'll still hang on the chains. And then your emergency brake, connect it there. 7-pin, you're going to connect it into here. Hold on, sorry. And then once you do all that, you can lower this guy down, take your wheel off, and you're good to go. And when you do that, this should be tight. There should be enough slack where these aren't dragging on the ground. And also this shouldn't be dragging on the ground or even close to it. But you also over tighten these where there's no give and there's tension. So make sure you get that right combination. So once you have everything hooked up, last thing you do obviously is remove the chocks. sometimes they're hard to get out. I usually try to kick them with my foot, and then once you get those out, you're good to go. The other thing, keep in mind, do your research on the sway bar. If you're doing tight turns and stuff, you're not going to want to connect your sway bar till you get close to the highway. Or you could connect it and just do a really loose fitting, and then when you get on the highway, tighten it up, or right before you get on the highway. So those are some tips. Hopefully that helped you guys, and drive safe.